Hello everybody, welcome to Short Shot Archery. Anthony here, and today I'm going to be giving you a tour of the Gator Cup, and this is the special 10th anniversary edition. Yes, 10 years of the Gator Cup. So I'm going to be giving you a tour of the different ranges and of the vendors where you can check in at. We'll take a look at the parking lot so you can kind of get an idea of the parking situation. You can also take a look back at my old video from 2018 to see how this tournament has grown. That way you can get a good feel of this event. So when you come here in the future, you can be pretty confident in what to expect and just prepare yourself both mentally and just stuff-wise on what you need to bring to make this tournament successful for you. All right, so let's talk about the parking lots first. Yes, I know, not the most interesting thing, but as you can see in front of me here, this is the main entrance to the Easton Newberry Sports Complex that hosts the Gator Cup. They have staff parking over here, and the rest of this, as you can see in front of me, and continuing on, is the parking for the archers and the support staff that are at this shoot. As we further turn around here and see the actual sports complex, we got some great handicap parking spots. There is additional ones. We'll check them out in just a bit. And that is one of the first ranges over there. It's the compound range set at 50 meters. We'll also take a look at that. But first, we are going to continue this way to take a look at the rest of the parking because it's important to understand how this is laid out. And again, I know it's not that exciting, but by understanding how it's laid out, you can kind of prepare yourself a little bit better for traveling here and knowing where to park. As a note, we will be hitting the second parking lot much later on in this video because it is on the entire other side of this whole building and on the other side of all these fields. So this is the rest of the first parking lot. Parking lot number 2 will come at the end of this video. As you can hopefully tell, it's pretty full here. This video is being shot on the official practice day, so it should give you a pretty good idea on how packed the parking is going to be when the official shoot is taking place, when you're doing your qualification and elimination rounds. And we're going to continue on through this parking lot, and there's a little cutout past this white and red vehicle, and there's a little cutout past this red vehicle right here, and that cutout leads to, well, the rest of the venue and, more importantly, additional handicap parking. So only handicap parking is beyond this point, and there you have it, all the handicap parking spots. There's plenty there, and we're going to continue on. We're going to go check out the 50-meter range that's over here, registration, and the food and other vendors that are along this way, along the path that leads to the 60 and 70 meter range. So let's check out the 50-meter range. So for this, we're kind of coming up from behind. As you can hopefully guess, we've already walked all the way around this building. Earlier in the video, we were in front of the building. We walked all the way around the back of it, worked our way to here, and we are now at the 50-meter range. We got PJ from Cam working it hard. They provide great coverage of this event. As you can hopefully tell, a very nice 50-meter range. There's also a nice canopy set up for both the archers and the people viewing. The seats for the people viewing are paid seating. There is free seating, and it's behind this green fence here, behind here. in this area is the free seating. You can bring your own canopy and set that up. And now that leads us to the next point. Check-in and registration. You can check in for your tournament. You can get your registration packet since you signed up for it. They have different sides, one for compound, one for recurve, as you can see. That way they make sure you're here, you get your target number, and all of that important information. You can also pick up your coaching pass here if that's something that you paid for, or if you are a coach and you need one, you can pay for that and have a coaching pass. Continuing on, we have the food vendors. So we got snow cones here. Further back, they have looks like hamburgers and hot dogs. They have the Woodland Grill. We have cilantro taco here with your taco needs. Very great stuff. And let's keep walking and check out the 60 and 70 meter range. There is also the LAS trailer this way, and we'll see some bathrooms on the way there too. As a note, back at the 50 meter range, the indoor bathrooms are pretty accessible. They're easy to get to, so you can actually have an air-conditioned bathroom. If you're on, doing good. If you're on the 50 meter range. For the 70 meter range, you're pretty much just stuck with porta potties. But this is the normal way of life for a United States, national archery tournament. Here we go. So here we are at the vendors. We got a bee stinger here. And as we continue on, we have Lancaster Archery with their whole trailer. A really great setup. Basically, they got everything you need. You could build yourself an entirely new bow while at this tournament if you really, really wanted to, because I think they have just about everything here. And as we continue on with that, it looks like we have one other vendor down here. And that pretty much wraps up our list of vendors. As we turn around, we can see the 60 and 70 meter range. This big white tent here is DOS, where they run the tournament from. They got all their wires running in for electronic scoring. They have the announcing and stuff. They have the announcing as well that's running the whole tournament. Just a really great setup here. It's looking good. And now let's continue on to check out the last parking lot. This is a much smaller parking lot, but it's still worth noting because, as you can probably see when I turn around, this range here is a very, very long walk from the parking lot. All the way out in the distance there, you can actually see the vehicles that we filmed earlier. This is quite a hike. So in order to make that a little bit easier on everybody, they actually have kind of like a secret parking lot in a way. It is listed, but you kind of got to know that it exists. And that parking lot is this way. And I'll be showing you that in just a moment as we walk over there. Okay, so now we're getting pretty close to the second parking lot. In front of me, all the way down that way, is the regular parking. And if we look over here, where that little sign starts, that's the handicapped parking. Hopefully you can see there's a truck driving in the distance. That is the route you would take to get to this kind of back parking lot here that gives you really great access to the 70 and the 60 meter range. It's the parking lot that I'm parking in currently because I am shooting 70 meters. So with that, that is a wrap up of this tour of the 10th anniversary Gator Cup. I think it's gone really well. They've done an excellent job setting it up as I rotate around here, so you can get a full feel of this. And hopefully this helps you, get a better picture of what this venue looks like, especially when it's full of archers. And I really hope to see you here next year in 2020 or in the future. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. There'll be a link to the Gator Cup website in the Easton Newberry Sports Complex if you need more information from them. And as always, happy shooting.